What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us for another episode of BTT Buy That Toy. Man, this weekend was amazing. Got the opportunity to go up to RetroFest. For those of you who don't know, I'm located here in Central Arkansas, and RetroFest is the inaugural con hosted by Retro Rick. It took place in Conway, Arkansas, and I didn't think I was going to get to go. But I had a work event earlier today, which is Saturday. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but I had a work event today. And as soon as I finished up, I jumped in the car, darted out, and headed up there. Was able to get a little bit of footage, not much. Didn't really get to go around and talk to a lot of people. Only had about an hour and a half on the showroom floor, and I really just wanted to take some time to enjoy myself. So check out the little bit of footage that I got, and then I'll come back and show you some of the pickups that we made. Thanks. So you just saw some of the footage from RetroFest. It was an amazing time. The con was more of a video game collector's con, more so than anything else. There were some toy booths. I personally am not a video game collector yet. There are some things I think it would be pretty cool to get. I would love to get an N64 or a Super Nintendo and collect some old games that I had as a kid. But I'm just not there right now. I don't really have the time to play video games, so I don't know if I would appreciate them or enjoy them. So it's not really something I wanted to get into. But I was able to sneak into a couple of booths, and there were some vendors up there who had some toys. And for me, this is the sweet spot. This is where my heart is at, the retro toys. Yes, I love to buy the new stuff. That's fun. But stuff from the 80s and 90s, from the childhood, man, that is just where it's at for me. So let me show you a couple of things that I picked up, a couple of things that I was able to find in a little bit of time that I had. I think I did pretty good. Well, a lot of this stuff is old school and retro, but some of it is newer. So let's just jump right in. So first of all, some of the guys that were there at the con, Pixel Dan was there, and then Narc, not another retro channel, he was there, along with some of his friends like Turtle Chris and all of them. It was pretty cool to see him walking around. I'm not one of those people who really runs up to and just tries to bogart and talk to people. I know that they're busy, they're doing a lot, and they have a lot of fans, but I did stop by Pixel Dan's booth, and he had some pretty cool stuff, and I was able to buy a couple of these things, these Primal Age DC figs. I didn't even know that this was a thing, but it's basically DC figures in the mold of like a Superman, or excuse me, not Superman, He-Man. So I got the Scarecrow, which was pretty cool, the Mr. Freeze, and I got a Batman. I didn't even know that these things existed. He was only charging $10 for them. I have no idea what they're worth, what they cost. I just thought that they looked cool. Might open them up and put them on the shelf. Apparently they were made by Funko. Never heard of the line before in my life, but he was selling them and they were pretty cool. So I might go on like the He-Man shelf or the old school shelf. Thought those was cool. And Pixel Dan is a really cool guy if you get the chance to meet him in person. So yeah, definitely cool guy. One of the other things I picked up, the old school Joker from the Adventures of Batman and Robin. This is the pogo stick Joker. I just love the old carded stuff. It's the artwork, like the cross sale on the back, the way it looks on card. This card isn't that great, so I might crack this open, but I just love these. Excuse me. Anytime I get the opportunity to buy these for 10, 15 bucks, I'm going to do it. So that one was a pretty good one for me. Also found Street Fighter Chun-Li on card. So would love to get the line of Street Fighters on card. I remember when these things came out in the 90s, I thought that they were so cool. They made them look like G.I. Joe figures. I never got any of them, but they were dope. Would have loved to have picked up some, but I just didn't get any. But now I got adult money. I can pick me up some. So I got me a Chun-Li on card. So that was pretty cool. Was happy to do that. Now, this is something I found that I thought was amazing. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a show called Bot Masters from back in the day. And this was the bad guy from the show, Dr. Hiss. This was an obscure like toy line and show. It came on back in the early 90s. I remember watching this, loved this cartoon. I thought this cartoon was so cool. This is not anything I ever thought I would collect, but it's on card and the guy had a great price on it. This is something I would love to find in the wild. So as I'm out there searching, if I ever find any more of these, I'm definitely going to buy them. Excuse me, for $15, the dose of nostalgia that I got for that, man, I couldn't pass it up. It was amazing. Happened to find this guy too. Don't know his name, but I remember him from Biker Mice from Mars, right? I just love the old school bad guys, just like 90s toys. Goes on the old school shelf. It just looks cool. It just looks like the quintessential bad guy. I love these things. So this will be something that I'll clean up and just put on the shelf. I'm gonna have to Google him and find his name. It was only 10 bucks, so I wanted to grab him. Had to have him. Now, this is something that I was very happy to find right here. I've been wanting this for quite some time. Didn't really think I would ever pull the trigger. But I walked up on a booth and I saw it in a box. And the guy said, I'll cut you a deal on it. I was like, well, what kind of deal are we talking about? It's open, but it's complete on the inside. All of the pieces are in here from the Karate Chopper. Nothing's been broken off. Everything's on here from all what I can tell. I call myself looking through it and checking it out. Everything's still here, so I'm definitely going to put that together and have some fun. Got the old school artwork on the box. This was just something I thought was so cool. So once I get this assembled, I will be looking for me a couple of Street Fighter figs just to hang out on the Karate Chopper. I was surprised at the price I got this for. He was just trying to move it. And if everything's in there, I got to steal. I'm praying that, you know, it's not just like, hey guys, everything in here. I'm hoping that everything is really in there. So I'm really excited to be able to put that together. Gonna have some fun with that Karate Chopper. Definitely a good time. My big pickup from the day. I used to love this cartoon as a kid. I always wanted to have some of these bigger figures. And I am very happy to have the first one in my collection. I was able to find a complete Exo Squad Typhonus. I think is how you say his name. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. But I remember him from Exo Squad, and I always loved his suit. He's got all of his stickers. Everything is there. He's even got his little guns and his paperwork right here. I was very pleased and very happy to have this. It's only gonna sit on the shelf. Maybe it'll make it into some photography or something in the future. Definitely gonna try to find a couple more of these guys, but these things are just so fragile, you know. I don't know how we played with these things as a kid, but look, there we go, man. This is just dope. It just looks, it's a beautiful figure. This is this was a toy, man. So I am happy to have found this dude. I saw him and I told the guy, I said, just give me a second, just let me make sure. And I was glad that I came back and he was still there. So yeah, man, he is definitely going on the shelf, that pickup right there. So that's what I found at the show, Retro Fest. It was a great show. I hope you enjoyed the footage from the show. I'll tell you this just as a bonus thing. Once I finished up with the show, I had to go run some errands, you know, do some adulting. And I stopped by Walmart. And when I go to Walmart, just like you guys, I ran through the toy aisle. And then I always check the clearance section at Walmart too. And I got lucky today. I'm not even collecting. I love The Last Ronin. If you haven't read that particular storyline, you've got to check it out. It is easily one of the best comic storylines that has come out in the last, I don't know, 5-10 years. Love The Last Ronin. But check out what I found, guys. The Michelangelo from The Last Ronin was in the clearance aisle for 10 bucks. Everything is there. Nothing is missing. It's brand spanking new. I had to have it for $10. Like, I'm not trying to collect all 4 turtles, Mikey, Ralph, Leo, or Donnie from this line. But for $10, I'm not gonna let that pass me by. So yeah, man, I think all in all today, man, we had a great day of hunting. It's been wild because I just been finding deal after deal after deal, and I really got to take some time and step back and open some stuff and display some stuff. I've got a mountain of items, and you know, it's a great place to be as a collector, right? But I also like to take my time and just kind of enjoy what I've got and everything. So you know, some of the stuff that I have today is gonna stay on card and get displayed, but man, it's really been good. I definitely would advise you, man, if you're ever in locally in your area, they've got a con, they've got a convention, they've got anything going on, check it out. You never know what you're gonna find. It's always fun to go to those things and just hang out and meet people. So had a great time today. I wasn't gonna go, but it was really dope, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, that's what we got today, man. Hope you like what you saw, man. And hey, let me know. Drop a line down in the comments. What did you like that I got? You think I paid too much for anything, or what would you have paid for some of this stuff, man? Appreciate you guys checking out the channel, man. Remember to get off that couch, go hit those pegs. When you see something you want, buy that toy. All right, everybody. Peace.